It's time to focus, guys. Turn off everything that is going to distract you. As I said, the Skype, the iTunes, emails, whatever. Silence your phone, close the door, give yourself the gift of time to discover some new strategies in this masterclass. I'm going to be running through this presentation pretty quickly. So if you have any questions, make sure you put them in the chat box and I'll answer them all in the Q&A. Sometimes, because I've got Adrian here, we'll be able to answer them a little quicker. So please do ask away. So let's get started. This is a live webinar. Today is Wednesday. What date is it today? 5th, 6th? No, the 6th of June. Okay, let's get started. So the easy way to grow a $1 million Facebook agency with 7 clients or less. My name is Dan Wardrope. I'm the owner of Flex Digital Limited. I'm one of the leading Facebook agencies in the UK. I own one of the leading Facebook agencies in the UK. And last year alone, we made over $3.5 million. Now, we've got this kind of dollars theme running through the masterclass. Just convert that to pounds. We are a British agency, but we thought we made a decision to kind of go forward with US dollars just to kind of clarify a few things, all right? So we made that amount of money last year with 7 clients. Now I've invested over $2.2 million on testing and running Facebook ads, and here's the proof. It's a letter from my accountant certifying the business turnover and the ad spend from last year. Hopefully you can read that. And here's one of our clients, Tom O'Connor. And in here he's mentioned that he's been spending almost 100K sterling per month with us for some time now, and he can only see the volume going up as we continue to drive results for him. Some of you might know Mike Rhodes. He owns Web Savvy, which is one of the most successful AdWords agencies in the world. He was actually voted, I think, the 13th most respected AdWords guy in the world. So he's pretty well renowned, and he's been one of my mentors, and he's seen my growth firsthand. So he's had a few kind words to say about me there. Another one from Keith Krantz. He actually wrote the book on Facebook advertising, and he's got some very cool things to say about what we've done as an agency as well, because we've kind of flipped the agency model on its head a little bit, and he's blown away by our results. Nick, one of my friends in Parramatta, Sydney, we use his software called LeadsHook, which is like a quiz type software. And you can see here that he said that we've generated 238,000 leads in the last 11 months. So there's the proof in the pudding that we're doing a lot of volume, a lot of leads. So now in this masterclass, I want to take you through a little journey I had what it took to build my agency. I'll show you the good, the bad, and the ugly, but more importantly, I'll teach you the changes I made that completely transformed my agency to a $1 million per year Facebook agency. Now, I really want you to bear in mind this important fact. I'm not just some guru who makes their money selling info products. In fact, I've only ever written one course, and it's this one. My primary source of income comes from owning a Facebook agency. Now, if you're an experienced Facebook agency owner, but struggling to make the sort of money you would like, if you're working way too hard in your business and for your clients, and you're burning yourself out, or if you're a new Facebook agency owner and want to start off on the right foot without falling into the trap of empty hype, false promises, and misinformation, or if you're even a total beginner looking to start a Facebook agency and don't really know the best way forward or where to start, then I can help you. However, if you think you know everything and you aren't prepared to learn, or a tire kicker and you're not really sure you want to commit to building your success, or if you're filled with so many excuses why nothing will ever work for you, then I can't help you guys. I'm sorry. So when I first started, I did a lot of things wrong. I went from lost to very lost. And I'll share with you some of my disasters. Believe me, it is much easier to learn from other people's mistakes than go through hell yourself. Until I finally discovered the right way. And then I discovered the #1 insider secret to running a successful Facebook agency. My business and my life was transformed. And this is the real reason I'm running this masterclass. I see lots of Facebook owners who are distraught, dismayed, and depressed and making so many mistakes. They're the same mistakes that I made. But it's not their fault. These Facebook agency owners think they're doing the right things, but they just aren't making money, and they just can't get it to work. The unfortunate reality is most of them are following the conventional Facebook agency model. But I have a really shocking announcement to make. The conventional Facebook agency model is an unintentional trap, a trap which has been camouflaged in marketing hype and comes with a false air of authority. It appears to be tried and tested. It appears to be proven, but its outcomes are disastrous. The conventional model will ultimately destroy your agency. And for those of you who don't know what the conventional Facebook agency model is, it's this. You approach a business, usually a local business like a doctor, a dentist, a chiropractor, or a gym, and you manage their advertising account for a monthly retainer. So I'm going to share with you the fundamental reasons why the conventional Facebook agencies almost always fail. And more importantly, what you have to avoid to getting drawn into this trap and how you can have massive success instead. I have a simple goal. I want you to be in the top 2% who succeed in this business. So here is my official promise to you. I, Dan Wardrope, promise to share with you the secret which allows me to earn over 3.5 million per year from less than 7 clients. I promise by the end of this masterclass, you will have enough understanding to run some of the exact business model within 24 hours. I promise to show you the insider secrets of how you can generate over 12 grand per month from your client each and every month. And I promise to share my most incredible insider secrets, which will simplify every aspect of how you manage your business. And finally, I promise you'll see your life transform. You will become more relaxed, you'll have more fun, and you'll have the ability to provide for yourself and your family, all without burning yourself out. Now that's one big promise. Am I going to keep it? Yes, absolutely. But unfortunately, this masterclass is limited by time. There is only so much I can tell you in the next 45 minutes. However, I have a lot more I want to show you. I have so many secrets to share with you, insider tips and strategies that will transform the way you run your agency. So I've created a complete step-by-step system called the Alternative Facebook Agency, which will blow your mind. This system gives away every detail of my exact formula and so much more. And I have an incredible offer for you, which is only available today. So if you feel you have gained an unfair advantage during this masterclass, then you really need to take full advantage of my time-limited special offer at the end of the masterclass. But I'll tell you a little bit more about this exciting opportunity later. So to get things started, I have a really important question for you. How many of you would like to have a tried, tested, and proven system for generating over $1 million a year from 7 clients or less? Type yes in the chat box, guys. Go ahead, I'm waiting for you guys. Okay, we have Rob. Yeah, we have Rob. Jenny, how you going? I can see you guys. Cool. Korma, Mike, Dan, yes. Anid, Gavin, Melanie, loads of people coming in here, guys. Thank you. Thank you. So before we get into the meat of the masterclass, I want to take a quick step backwards. I want you to ask yourself this question. Why do you want to own a Facebook agency? Now put your answers in the chat box. Don't just put make money. What would you do if you had that money? What would you do? Is it freedom? Is it going on better holidays? Is it working less? What is it for you guys? Cool. Okay. So I want to try and help you all achieve your dreams and ambitions. So I have 3 insider secrets I want to share with you. Number 1, the ultimate game changer. Number 2, the foolproof, no sales skills required way to secure high-paying clients. And number 3, the alternative way to drive the number of leads up, drive the cost down, and deliver better quality leads. Are you ready to hear the first of these amazing secrets in detail? Number 1 is the ultimate game changer. This is the most important lesson you will learn ever. If you're a Facebook agency owner, this is the number 1 thing. This is the secret which brought me back from the brink of bankruptcy, the secret which enabled me to create one of the leading Facebook agencies in the UK. But before I'm prepared to share this game-changing, life-changing information with you, I need a show of commitment. I want you to promise that you will take action on what I'm about to tell you. Say yes in the chat box if you're going to take action now. Cool. Great. Yep, we've got Rob, Dan, Nice. A, of course. So there are 2 types of Facebook agency owners, the rich and successful and the poor and the broke. And what do the poor and the broke all have in common? The office worker currently earns $12 an hour. Why? Because he turns up. The bin man currently earns minimum wage. Why? Because he turns up. The Macca's worker currently earns minimum wage. Why? Because he turns up. So what do they all have in common? They are all paid for turning up. They are all paid on a retainer. Now, I want you to actually think about something for a minute. What does the word retainer mean? What does it actually mean? A retainer is a thing that holds something in place. Make sure you write that down. Let me show you some examples. A dog collar, braces, handcuffs. What do they all have in common? The sole purpose of a retainer is to hold you back, to prevent you from moving, to stop you from growing. Then like the office worker, the Macca's worker, or the bin man, by agreeing to take retainers, you are agreeing to become a wage slave. You're allowing your worth to be defined at an hourly rate. If you model the growth of your agency based on retainers, you are setting yourself up for failure. I'm convinced that isn't the reason you want to set up your agency, to either just earn a wage or to be a failure. However, what do the following people have in common? Scarlett Johansson, the biggest female earner in Hollywood, excuse me, currently earns about $17.5 million per film. Why? Because Lucy grossed $459 million. It's proven that Scarlett's a big box office draw. Lionel Messi, $46 million a year. Why? Because people pay to watch the subscription channels, the season tickets, the merchandising, all of that kind of stuff because of him. Jeff Bezos, worth $114 billion, probably another billion today, just from today. Why? Because he created one of the greatest distribution empires on the planet, and he gets a piece of every single transaction. You get the idea. So, the number 1 golden rule for transforming your life and your Facebook agency is the same way as it is to be successful in any industry. You must be paid on results. And the beauty of this strategy, like all the best strategies, is once you know it, it seems so obvious, so simple, and so elegant. So the question you need to ask yourself is this: who said retainers were a good idea in the first place? They might be okay if you're a lawyer, but if you work in a results-driven business, they are a disaster. And for those of you who haven't worked this out yet, a successful Facebook agency is a results-driven business. Well, it should be if it is done right. Now, let's be honest, being a business online or any business is all about lead generation. Yet I hear the online Facebook gurus spewing their retainer nonsense all the time. Now, I don't want to embarrass them, so I'm not going to mention any names, but you probably know who they are. In fact, only yesterday I saw even more of their ads on Facebook promoting their misinformed courses. And the worst thing about these gurus, they have no idea. Very few of these so-called gurus actually run successful Facebook agencies. Why? Because they can't even get their model to work. Now, I have to be honest with you, it's time for me to come clean. I got suckered in by them too. I got taken in hook, line, and sinker. I attended their courses, I went to their seminars, I paid handsomely for their private coaching, I spent a king's ransom on these gurus, and I followed them blindly. In fact, I acted on every piece of advice, every idea, every tactic they sold me. I put everything I owned on the line to make it work. My money, my time, my sweat, and my tears. The future of my business and the security of my family was in my hands. I convinced my wife that despite her greatest fears, everything would be great. I persuaded her and myself that we too would be a success. And she put her trust in me. I was all in and there was no backup plan. And let me tell you what happened. I did everything they said. I took on a local business who was a cosmetic surgeon, and I agreed a retainer of $2,000 a month to manage his Facebook account. And at the time, I was super happy with myself. That was a lot of money for me back then. And I focused on the account for about 15 hours a week. But I did the math. I was worth precisely $33 per hour, and it never changed. It was like I was attaching myself to a ball and chain. I had effectively stunted any possibility for growth. And because I followed all the advice the gurus were churning out, this is how I contracted with all my clients. And it was at this point that I discovered the catastrophic flaw in the conventional Facebook agency model. It didn't matter how many hours I worked, or how many staff I took on, or how many clients I engaged. Nothing ever changed. I only ever earned $33 per hour. And trust me, it sucks. It drove me to the edge of bankruptcy. And not only that, I had become a slave to my business. All I had created was a job. And what I discovered was the conventional Facebook agency model is a guaranteed formula for failure. So before I carry on, can we all agree on one thing, please? Never accept retainers, either as a compensation system or as a business concept, because the moment you do, it's game over. If you agree with what I'm saying, if it's making sense to you guys, type yes, I agree in the chat box. There's a bit of a delay in the chat box, so I'm just going to wait until you guys start typing in, by the way, because this is an important point. You guys should not miss this. It's what changed my life. Yep. Agree. I think we've got probably some agency owners in here. Game over. Luca, game over. I like it. Agreed. Mike, agree. I think we've got some agency owners in here that are probably struggling a little bit with this retainer model. And I tell you, this is a game changer, okay? If you leave the webinar now, please don't do that. But if you do, this is all you need to know, all right? Cool. So to be rich, to be successful, to have the lifestyle you deserve, the houses, the cars, the holidays, the financial freedom to live your dreams, you must get paid on results. Can you see how if you change this one thing alone, you could skyrocket your income? So let me show you what this looks like in one of my private client files. When I first took on this client, they were looking for 100 leads a week, and they were happy to pay $25 per lead. Now, it was taking me about 10 hours a week to manage their account, and on average, I could generate the leads for about 10 bucks, 10 pounds, let's say. This basically meant I was grossing $1,500 per week or $150 per hour profit from this one client alone. But wait, that's not the end of the story. In month 2, they increased the order to 200 leads per week. And in month 3, it doubled again to 400 leads per week. Now they order 1,000 leads per week. So as you can see, I generate over 1,000 leads a week for this client, and they're still happy to pay $25 per lead. But because I've scaled their campaign over time, it still only takes me 10 hours a week to manage their account. And I'm still averaging 10 bucks to generate a lead, 10 pounds to generate a lead. So the good thing is with Facebook, sometimes the more you spend, the less the cost per lead gets. You give the pixel a little bit more time and the cost per lead starts coming down, believe it or not. It's crazy. So this means that my gross profit from this client had risen from $1,500 per week to an amazing 15 grand per week, which is $1,500 per hour. And the client is still looking to order more. Do you see the difference? With a retainer model, the maximum you ever really like to earn is $33 per hour, which is really pathetic. Whereas the paid on results model is really exciting and life-changing, with an earning potential of $1,500 per hour or more, and it's a difference between success and failure. It's a difference between this and this, or this and this. And this brings up a really interesting point. My next massive insider secret. Why 7 clients or less? Now, every guru talks about growing an agency in terms of getting more clients. Get 10, 20, 30, get 500 if you can. This is because this is how they think the math works. But I'll let you into a secret. It doesn't work like this. You cannot grow a multi-million-dollar business by only having more clients. You can only grow a multi-million-dollar business by getting more from each client. It's purely maths. If you work 60 hours a week, 50 weeks of the year at $33 per hour, the maximum you can earn is 99 grand. However, if you had 7 clients and if you just got 30 leads per day for each client at $15 profit for each lead, over the year, you would make just over $1.1 million. And 30 leads a day is more than doable, guys. The population of the UK is, 60 million plus. For many of our clients, we get over 100 leads per day, which is how we generate over 3.5 million. I think any sane person can see how this would get you from having the $1 million agency you want. Wouldn't you agree? It's pretty simple maths. I'm hoping there's some light bulbs going off here, guys. So if you agree with me, type yes into the chat box. Because leads are the lifeblood of any business, guys. This is what I'm figuring out. The more experienced I get, leads are important. Okay, Howard's saying nice. The light bulbs are starting to shine here, which is good. David, yes. Cormy, yes. Dan, yes. Mike, okay, cool. Cool. So if you don't agree, you can leave now. I can't help you any further. When you change your mindset, you'll see your Facebook agency and your life transform. Not only will it change the way you think, how you think about yourself, it also changes the way you do business. If I stop the masterclass right here, just based on what I've just shown you, you've probably had more value than you get from most other paid courses. We're just getting started. Wait until you see what I'm about to show you now. Are you ready for insider secret number 2? Are you ready to hear how how this change in mindset will transform the way you get clients? So amazing insider secret number 2 is the foolproof, no sales skill required way to secure high-paying clients. With your new mindset, getting clients will become so easy and simple. You will find yourself approaching clients with far more confidence. You can pick and choose who you want to work with, and you won't have to beg anymore. And new clients will chase you down like rabid dogs. Why? Because you've changed the dynamic. You're no longer just a service provider or an unavoidable inconvenience or just a cost to their business. With the paid on results model, you are in investment and you will be the primary person driving their business growth. You will be seen as their most valuable asset. Not sure what I mean? Let me show you the difference. In the old days, my sales pitch with a new prospect or client would go something like this. You'll need to give me $2,000 per month to manage your account. And you'll need to give me $5,000 up front to develop your landing pages, some website stuff, some creatives, etc., etc. You will also need to fund the advertising account with a minimum of $3,000 per month, because if you don't do that, Mr. Client, we can't get you enough leads. And you'll need to give me a 3-month commitment because it takes time to drill down on the marketing campaign, blah, blah, blah. So this meant I had to ask for $20,000 over 3 months before they had seen a single penny in return on investment. All this from a prospect who didn't know me, had never experienced my work, and had no actual results on which to base their decision, and probably had been burned by other agencies in the past. That's a big ask. You have got to have some serious sales talent to pull that off. And I'll be honest with you, I've done it, and I hated every second of it. It was horrible. I got to the point where I'd be sick in the stomach having to make these calls. And I'm sure if any of you had to make these calls, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Has anyone here had a similar experience where it's just been an impossible sale? Almost laughable. Type yes if you agree. Okay, we've got Juliet saying yes, she understands. Tommy, same thing. It's a tough, tough sale, guys. Chris, yes. Gavin, yes. So 20 years of it, Dan. Bloody hell. You must be battle hardened. So something had to change. I had to find a better way to do it, or I would have to quit my agency. Now, I love meeting new clients. It's a pleasure. I'm in control of the sales situation. I no longer feel like I'm the one begging. Now my pitch goes something like this. Would you like 100 leads? Great. That's 25 per lead. And I guarantee you'll get 100 leads. Does that sound good? Great. When would you like to start? And that's basically my whole sales pitch. Job done. You see, the psychology behind the pitch is really simple. You have a guarantee, you've guaranteed them that they'll get 100 leads. So you have removed all risk for them. The worst case scenario, they spend $2,500 and they get 100 leads. That's it. Now, what if they convert 30% of those leads? I know you might be thinking that 30% might seem high, but with our model, we're not sending them cold leads, we're sending them pre-sold warm leads. So 30% is pretty normal. I'll tell you more about how we do that in the next section. But anyway, let's say that they convert 30% of the leads and each conversion is worth $300. They will have generated $9,000, which is not bad from a $2,500 investment. So most clients would take an almost 1 in 3 growth all day long. You are essentially selling them free money. It's the easiest sale in the world. And when they see the proof of the results, they'll want to scale. Why wouldn't they? 100 leads are worth $9,000, 500's worth $45,000, and 100 leads are worth $90,000. That would be crazy not to scale. Do you see how this changes the dynamic of the relationship? You're in control. And the best part of this relationship, once they're getting leads, they can't afford to stop getting them. They will do everything in their power to keep you happy. They might take you to expensive restaurants and hotels. They might take you as their guest to sporting events. Yes, this does happen. They will buy you expensive wine and expensive gifts and whiskey and all sorts of cool stuff. And this does happen, trust me. You would be amazed at what clients would do. Excuse me. So I have a little sneaky insider tip for you now. Do you want to hear it? If they are crazy and they do decide to stop ordering, don't panic. There's another 10 competitors queuing up behind them to desperately buy your leads that they don't want. On the topic of clients, I have another massive insider secret I want to give you. Are you ready? However, this secret comes with a warning. Ignoring the secret can result in a life of pain and misery. Never, never, never prospect for local businesses as clients. As I've learned from bitter experience, they are needy, they are never satisfied, they are unreliable, and they are nothing but a pain. They will suck the life out of your agency and you will never make any money from them. If you never listen to another word I say, please trust me on this. I have just saved your business. See, I have a strict criteria for companies I will work with. They must understand new leads are the heart of their business, and they must have the capacity to get leads nationally. And they must be able to handle at least 100 leads per day and be able to spend 20, 30, 40K to grow their business without panicking. And there are thousands of these businesses out there, guys. You just need to know where to look. Okay, so now, even if you could achieve 10% of the results I've talked about so far, would that have an impact on your life? Okay, it's time to catch your breath. We're 2/3 of the way through. I'm just going to have a quick drink of water because my throat is going. Bear with me. Loads of people here, guys. Great to have you. So is everyone happy with the content? Have I provided you with some really valuable inside information so far? Remember, if you have any questions about what I'm covering so far, then type them in the chat box and we'll go through them with you in the Q&A section. All right, we've got Adrian here. We'll keep note of them and we'll run through them at the end. So now we've come to my favorite part, and this is the stuff I love. This is the real heart and soul of a Facebook agency, creating profitable campaigns, great quality leads, lots of leads that people will buy. The amazing insider secret number 3, the alternative way to drive the number of leads up, drive the cost down, and deliver great quality leads. So because once you're focused on generating leads, purely generating leads, you'll make life much easier for yourself. And there are 3 factors at the heart of running a successful $1 million Facebook agency. The ability to increase the number of leads you can generate, their ability to decrease the cost of generating the leads, and making sure the quality of the leads are excellent. And at first, you might feel a little intimidated when I talk about 100 leads a day or even 100 leads a week. But don't be. It's easier than you think. Let me explain. With the conventional method, your job is to get leads for a local business, such as a doctor or a dentist. Now, you have to remember a dentist, for example, doesn't usually have a call center to handle the leads. They have a receptionist that isn't trained in sales. It's crazy. I've never got that. So generally, they can only handle 5 or 6 leads a day before they become overwhelmed. Now, by definition, they are a local business. This means they're designed to serve a local community. So unless they are highly specialized, people are unlikely to travel far to come and see them. And they'll have lots of competition in their area. Think about how many dentists there are in your local area. This also reduces their potential market, usually to those who live in a very close proximity. Having a Facebook campaign which is specified by a limited geographical location naturally reduces the number of people you can show your adverts to. This means even generating 5 or 6 leads a day can be quite challenging. I used to have that challenge, trust me. However, with the alternative method, when you have a national client, the whole country's population becomes your potential market. So for example, there are 50, 60 million people in the UK over the age of 18. That could be 50 million potential eligible prospects. Recently, I took a look at my historical data and uncovered a really interesting fact. I won't bore you with the calculations, but it's basically 150 times easier to get national leads than it is to get local leads. Now, this also has a direct impact on the cost of your leads. As we said earlier, a local business will have a limited local market. It is not going to take long until a local market has seen your ads repeatedly. It's called ad frequency. And so naturally, the ads will fatigue really quickly. And because they are local, they're not moving anywhere. The population is static. So as you burn through the audience, they'll get tired of seeing your ads and the cost will go up. However, with the alternative method, if you have a potential population of 50 mil, you're never going to fatigue them. You could not show your ads to that many people. You will barely touch the sides. And the national population is dynamic. If you think about it, every day new people are entering the market. For example, new people turn 18 every single day. New people are looking for a house every day. New people are looking to move every day. It's just a very dynamic market. So if your potential market is 10 million people, a 1% growth is 10,000 new entrants. That's 10,000 new people who have never seen your ads. And that's equivalent to the whole of a potential local business market. Now, the second advantage of a national market is your ability to test and optimize. Even if you run a duff campaign, by the time you correct it, only a tiny fraction of your audience will have seen it. No damage done. And once you have a winner, you can potentially run it for months and even years with little modification and without fatiguing the message. Run a duff campaign in a local market and you could destroy your client's reputation. When I first started, I had a terrible time with the quality of leads I was getting. I could get leads under the name of Tweedledee and Tweedledum and email addresses that were just nonsense. And unfortunately, because the leads went straight to the client, a few days later, I would have an irate client on the phone because the quality was rubbish. Controlling the quality is all about controlling the process. It's about having a system in place. Once you have a system and a formula, you can test and optimize every element. Now, I'm going to share with you a remarkable secret which very few people use and no one talks about. There is a secret Facebook ads formula which makes getting great quality leads a cinch. The conventional Facebook method for generating leads looks like this. A Facebook ad to an opt-in form to a client. Now, this is a recipe for disaster. So how do I do it? I place a filter between the Facebook ad and the client, and this filter comes in the form of an advertorial. Now, with the alternative method, our formula looks like this. Facebook ad to advertorial to opt-in form to client. The reason this is such an effective filter is because it works in two levels. Firstly, it filters out the rubbish, the clickers, the browsers, the tire kickers, the prospects who aren't really interested, who or just click on the ad because they like the image, it's a cat image or something like that. They get caught in the net, lose interest quickly, and click away. And this will remove 90% of the time wasters. But more importantly, those that do go through the advertorial and enter their contact details are ready for your client to close. With the advertorial, you can now pre-sell the warm leads and turn them into hot prospects. Then all you have to do is push the button and send them on the way. Trust me, using this method will keep your clients super happy. Before we carry on, I just wanted to ask you guys a quick question. I want to make sure that I'm helping you as best I can. Does everyone understand the importance when running Facebook ads of this additional step? Type yes in the chat box if you understand. There's a bit of a time lag, I'm waiting. Dan, you're asking for an example. Yeah, I can give examples. In the Q&A, I'll let you know. What's an advertorial and sort of information? But we'll answer all that stuff later. Luke is saying yeah. Chris is saying yeah. Corma, no, it's not a reverse squeeze page. Richard. Yep. Cool. Okay. This is good to know. You guys are listening. That's nice. So in the old days, creating bespoke campaigns was really time consuming and it would take weeks. They were really expensive. You'll need to do market research. And I would spend days and weeks researching the market, creating customer avatars, finding out what competitors are doing. And on average, the market research was costing me about $1,000 of my time. And once I had this information, I would have to outsource to a great copywriter for the creatives. And often the results were truly awful. And once I'd finally found a writer whose work would convert, it would take him 2 weeks to write all the creatives. It would cost me $2,500 a time. I mean, we were paying top copywriters $2,000 plus to write an advertorial. It's not cheap. Then once all the copywriting was done, I would have to get a designer to build all the pages and all the features that would make them convert. Building in all those elements take time and skill. And again, this wasn't cheap. A good designer was costing me over $1,000. And now because I had a large number of clients, I couldn't possibly manage them all myself. I had to employ a PPC manager for various accounts, and I had to spend time setting up all their accounts and the analytics and the tag managers and all of that. And this was also an additional cost. For the average setup, my PPC manager was costing me about $1,000 as well. Then on top of that, I'll need a significant budget to be able to split test the creatives. In real terms, a new campaign was easily costing between $5,000 and $10,000. And you would have to try and get the client to pay this. That's pure madness. I believe it was a major reason why getting clients was so hard. I had to come up with a faster and cheaper way of building campaigns. But when you build your business around paid on results, building campaigns becomes easier. You're not having to build a brand. You're not having to build Facebook groups, boost posts, increase likes, blog SEO, email marketing, all that other stuff. And this is what I discovered. You just have one job to do, and that is to create leads. You can focus. So recently we took on a big financial client, and I'll be really honest with you, their product wasn't the most exciting thing in the world. It had lots of competition who were running ads online, but we like a challenge and we wanted to find a different angle. So we sent the client our onboarding document. And then as soon as we got that back, we analyzed the results. Within 30 minutes, we found our answer. The client mentioned that their main competitor was the price comparison websites. So we broke this down. Price comparison websites are really impersonal, whereas our client was offering a really bespoke personal service. So we built the campaign, and the total time it took to build the campaign was about 10 minutes to build the ads and about 2 hours to write the copy. The whole campaign was up and running in about 3 hours. And the result was the client now wants 100 leads a day. So remember, your campaigns don't need to be massively creative. Follow the golden rule of getting paid on results. You just need to get leads. This is a case study from Basic Loans. As you can see, we have a reputation for delivering the best leads in the industry. Great quality, predictable volumes, highly recommended. So, have I told you the exact secret formula for creating a $1 million Facebook agency? Have I told you the secret to getting the best clients without stressing yourself out? Have I told you the quick and easiest way to increase volume, drive the cost per lead down, and control the quality? So do me a favor and let me know how I've done in the chat box. Give me some more love, guys. I want to hear from you. Gavin, I see that you've got to leave. We can do a call or something later. That's fine. Chris, you're saying yes, 100%. Dan, it's making sense. Just pretty good. Bloody hell. David, yes. Ian, sounds good to me. Okay. I just want to make sure that it's all clear. Ross, you rock. Thanks, mate. I like that. It's a bit more positive. Howard, love it. LUV, love it. So we can talk a lot more in the Q&A, okay? So that's great. Now, I promised you at the start of the masterclass that I would have an exclusive offer that is only for the people who have attended this masterclass. Now, what I've shown you so far could transform your Facebook agency. With your permission, I would like to tell you about the offer I mentioned at the start of the masterclass and explain how it can help you build your $1 million agency without having to go through the same painful learning experience I had to go through. Remember, this is your choice. If you think having a shortcut will propel your business forward, then great, get your credit card ready. If you don't think it's going to help you, then that's fine. I'm not here to put pressure on anyone. Does that sound fair? Great. So I've put together a really exciting program called the Alternative Facebook Agency, the easiest way to build a $1 million Facebook agency with 7 clients or less. If you're looking to build a massively profitable Facebook agency, if you are looking to discover how to find and win the biggest and the best clients who order hundreds of leads per day, national clients, if you want to discover all the secrets and strategies for designing, building, and launching high-volume lead generation campaigns, and if you want to transform your business in your life in the next 6 weeks, then you should seriously consider the Alternative Facebook Agency. Let me explain why. Now, one of the first questions almost every agency owner asks me is how to get new clients. So you'll get my foolproof, no sales skill required way to secure high-paying clients. It's valued at $1,997. This is a comprehensive system. It will take you through how I select industries and the businesses to work with, how to find the names, email addresses, emails, phone numbers of the people with the money with very little effort, and how to find out if a prospect is the right client to work with you, and then how to make contact with direct mail. This will include my actual proven direct mail strategies and templates that we use every day within our business. They're the actual letters I send out when I'm prospecting, and I've sent out thousands of these letters, and I know they work. They are by far the easiest way to get new clients quickly. You could send out a bunch on Monday and be getting responses by the following week. They are really that effective. And I'll give you the secret strategy for getting all the names and addresses you possibly want with little effort. And I will also give you my proven LinkedIn strategies and templates. I love the power of LinkedIn, the easiest way to reach thousands of potential clients. But doing it by hand takes way too long. So I've developed a way to automate the process, and with my tested templates for setting up your profile, you could be reaching out to hundreds of prospects within hours. The client attraction system will take you through every step of the process from reaching out to closing the deal the easy way, and this is awesome. With these 2 strategies, LinkedIn and direct mail, you'll be able to reach out to national companies with little time and effort and be talking to your first clients within weeks of this masterclass. So the second part of this core offer is Facebook Campaign Mastery. And this is the engine room of our successful agency. Truly a top drawer insight into using Facebook as a lead generation tool. By the end of this course, you'll have mastered the 3 critical elements of getting paid on results. How to drive the number of leads up, how to drive the cost per lead down, and how to deliver amazing quality leads. I'll teach you everything I know. I'll show you how we build our accounts, we set up our campaigns, we target our audiences, and how we test and optimize. And this is an in-depth look into the core of our business. So what you actually get is my sales letters, my templates, my LinkedIn processes, my way to secure the high-paying clients, and my Facebook Campaign Mastery, which has a total of almost $5,000. And how good is that? Now, I could have just offered the client attraction system and the full Facebook Mastery course. And to be honest, that would put you light years ahead of the other Facebook agencies. But I wanted to do more for you. And as I said at the start of the masterclass, I really want you guys to succeed. So I really wanted to stack the odds in your favor. Let me ask you a question. Imagine how easy your life would be if I gave you one of our current proven and tested campaigns, a campaign which has already made me tens of thousands of dollars, a campaign which you could have up and running in no time, a campaign which could potentially make you thousands of dollars a day. Would that get you excited? If you had just one successful campaign, how much do you think you could make? 500, 1,000, 1,500 a day? So now's the time to be honest with each other. What would that be worth to you? How much would you be prepared to pay for a complete customer avatar, a complete set of Facebook ads, 2 advertorials, a landing page, and a thank you page? I'm not talking about examples. I'm talking about actual campaigns we have used. Remember, these campaigns have cost me over $5,000 to develop. Would that be cool? Type your answers in the chat box. So be honest. Tell me about how you feel. Put those answers in the chat box. Is that exciting, you guys? Cool. Chris, yes, very cool. Cool. Now let's be honest. Who else? All right, cool. So how about I give you a full campaign free as a bonus? Would that be a great bonus? Click yes in the chat box if you think that would be awesome. Nice. Ross, big time. Emma, yes. Sorry, there's a delay on this chat. Juliet saying yes. Ziggy, Chris, yes. So you get one of our campaigns. Awesome. Then how about I will give you a full campaign, and I mean a full campaign, a campaign which has cost me over $5,000 to develop. And let me tell you what you'll get. You'll get the market research, including the industry research, the customer avatar. You'll get the pre-written and tested Facebook ads, product-specific advertorials, landing pages, thank you pages, everything you'll need to build a profitable campaign, even if you've never run a Facebook campaign before. Don't worry. You'll get everything you need for your first successful campaign. All you need to do is copy and paste. But wait, what if I absolutely lost my mind and gave you a second campaign? That's right, another full campaign worth $5,000. So let me tell you what you're getting so far. My LinkedIn templates, my direct mail templates, my way to secure high-paying clients worth $1,997. My Facebook Mastery campaign worth $2,997. 2 complete proven campaigns worth $10K, and the total value is $14,994. Now, I've only ever shared this system with a small group of people, and they have had great success. So what I'm looking for now is another very select, very small exclusive group who want to become our first success stories. Now, this is great for you because we want you to be a great success. Well, we are really highly motivated to make you succeed. Because of this, we have a special one-off bonus for those of you in this masterclass. And this incredible bonus is the membership in the Alternative Facebook Agency Mastermind Group. Now, I'm going to give you 6 months access to this group, absolutely free. And within this group, you'll get advice from my copywriter, my web designer, my PPC managers, and myself. We want to be able to use this group to ensure you get everything you need to succeed. This will massively increase your success. The doors on this group will be closing soon. And this unique offer is only available to the first 7 to 10 people who sign up today. And I have to keep this group small. So now it's the time to take action and make a decision. Now, if all I did was show you how to get highly profitable clients, what would that be worth to you? And if all I did was show you how to build high converting campaigns that deliver loads of leads at a great price and great quality, what would that be worth to you? And if all I did was give you 2 tried and tested campaigns that we're using right now within the agency, what would that be worth to you? And if all I did was give you exclusive access to our mastermind group, what would that be worth to you? Now, just take a minute to imagine how different your life would be with your $1 million a year agency. Just imagine all those dreams and ambitions you will be able to fulfill. Now, in the very near future, I'm going to be offering this to the general public for $3,497, and it would still be worth every penny. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure I will be giving away the full campaigns or the membership to the mastermind group when I do, because it's a lot of work our end. They'll probably just get the Facebook Mastery course and the client attraction system, and it would still be worth every penny. But because you have attended this masterclass and because I know you will take action, you will get everything with a special pre-launch deal for just $14.97 today. Now, this price is only available to the people who have taken part in this masterclass. In a couple of days, this incredible deal will be taken down and the price will go up to the general public price and the bonuses will disappear. Now, I understand that not everyone has instant access to these sort of funds, but we don't want to be the ones holding you back. So we have two other payment options for signing on today. You'll get an additional bonus. I will also give you a complete set of blank templates, which people with PP6 experience with clients are going to love. It means if you have an existing client, you can quickly and easily set up a campaign using our formula for a successful campaign. So it includes an advertorial template, a landing page template, a thank you page template, and a blank customer avatar. So this avatar you'll be able to send out to your clients and they'll do the market research for you. But what you're going to get is my foolproof, no sales skill required way to secure high-paying clients worth $1,997, and my Facebook campaign mastery worth $2,997, and two complete proven campaigns worth 10 grand, and the alternate Facebook agency mastermind group, which I think is priceless, and a complete set of blank campaign templates with a total value of almost $20,000. So now you have two choices. Option one, do nothing and not change the future of your business, which is 100% risk-free. But you'll be able to sleep knowing that you could have done something to change your future, to change what you're currently getting into, take a step closer to the $1 million Facebook agency you want. Will you be able to sleep at night if you let this opportunity pass you by, knowing that you could act right now and you'll also get these incredible fast action bonuses? So I think the choice is clear. Join me now. Go ahead and sign up and get your hands on this wonderful opportunity. Option two, invest this small amount today compared to all the value you'll get in return and just give it a shot, which is also 100% risk-free. Now, remember, I'm going to take you deep into my full system. Specifically, I'll show you how to create a $1 million Facebook agency with the best method I know. As soon as you have the system, you can immediately put it into action. And if you follow it step by step, you could have a profitable Facebook agency up and running within a matter of weeks. Is this something you would like to do? However, if I can't make you money, I don't deserve yours. So sign up today, and if you don't like it for any reason, I don't care if it's 29 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes from now, let me know and I will give you your money back. Okay, everything back. It's a money back guarantee. The real question is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Even if it does half of what I've told you today, so get started. There's a Google link there that'll take you to the page where you can put your credit card details in. Now, unfortunately, we're coming to the end of this masterclass. Does anyone have anything they are still unsure about? If you have any questions, ask them now. We'll be doing a Q&A in a minute, okay? So I'm actually going to try something new here. It's a live webinar, so I'm going to share my screen with you so you can actually see me talking in my office and ask away.